Hello and welcome back. Today we're playing as the Dutch East Indies, or as I'm liking to joke, the Irish East Indies. I think we might be passing up in terms of our pop. Yeah, we barely have more Irish than Dutch now. For a while we had way more Irish than Dutch from a remnant of being inside the Great Britain's customs union. But speaking of customs unions, last episode we got Great Qing into ours. So things are coming along quite along. That's not a good sentence. Things are coming along quite well. We got a couple things going on. Hopefully this episode we are going to get two things done. In particular, we really want to get on multiculturalism, and we really want to dominion the Netherlands. So we're going to wait to decay a little bit more infamy, so that way we won't go over 25 when going for the Netherlands. And I think we're also going to work on, probably expanding the military quite a bit, because I think this Great Qing being in our market is going to be huge for us. Yeah, we have a big investment pool, like we're making a ton of money. We want to generally be losing money. We want to be deficit spending right now. And so we can afford to expand construction quite a bit and expand the military quite a bit. So this is what we'll be doing. For now, at least. We'll put that in there, and then we already put in like another 5 units in the military. But we're gonna up it a little bit more than that. We're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Every place that has barracks, we're putting them up to level 5. This will get us up to 69, nice. And this will be kind of a decent amount. Persia is doing a decent amount of trade with us as well. We are bankrolling them, so we're gonna try and get them in the customs union. Now we are floating a bunch of negative or some negative influence. We're gonna take a look at Great Britain's rivals. And so they have problems with France. Great Britain considers Brazil to be their rival. They consider Austria, and France considers them. How about you? It looks like they got a lot of rivalry with Brazil. Brazil should become ineligible if we can get them in our trade agreement, but maybe this is a reason why there's so much bad attitude towards us currently. We got a lot in the construction queue as well. We are trying to get 51 for economies of scale throughput bonus in a couple spots with a couple things. Not with that, but over here we are. And it is important to emphasize there's increasing marginal returns on economies of scale throughput bonus. The higher you go, the more valuable it is. So for example, the second building you build, that building will be worth 102% of the building because of economy of scale's throughput bonus, because you're getting 1% on the building you built and 1% on the new building because it's a 1% economies of scale throughput bonus. On the 51st building, which has a 50% economies of scale throughput bonus, is effectively 200% of the building that you're getting, because you are building up you're getting the 50% from the new building itself, plus the 50% on the previous 50 buildings, because this is the 51st, moving from a 49% economies of scale throughput bonus to 50%. So the most valuable building you ever built is the 51st building. Now we can declare wars. We kind of want to stick on small volley wars. Once we get, once we unlock, not multicultural, yeah, multiculturalism, we will want to be able to get mass migration events, which we need to own the entire state to do. So we're just going to try and annex these boyos here and hope that nobody joins in against us. Just start cleaning up some of this over here so that we can get mass migration events. And hope that no one joins against us. If someone joins against us, we'll probably have to back down. But and we, of course, are waiting so we can try and pass multiculturalism. We got 9 weeks remaining. This is kind of like one of the most important features of the run. We are going to make sure we get the ethical policy through, which seems to be a unique event chain for the Dutch East Indies. But once we do this, once we move the capital to Holland and conquer all or have Belgium as a subject, like this sort of thing, then we'll probably be concluding the run, I think. This will be the goal for the run, moving the capital over here, hitting the ethical policy event, and this will be fine with us. The Japanese Shogunate is improving relations. We need to open their market. And so this is going to be a high infamy war we actually want to declare on them. We will save before we do it, because we're kind of expecting a lot of fingers in our pie, but now we have a decent amount of military. It's all in the queue. We also have a few naval bases coming up on the queue. And steel frame buildings is a big one. I think we're going to look to start turning that on. We're going to turn it on here where we are building a lot. In both the Java, East and West Java, we're going to turn it on first. which is going to be, yikes, a big expense. That's a lot of steel. We will actually start turning it on in other places first, despite them not necessarily being as much. I think kind of Moluccas generally has a lot of stuff going on, so we'll turn it on in Moluccas. And then Open Earth Process is going to help with this a lot. But I think we will start going for mutual funds here. It is nat spreading. We'll just look to get it a little bit faster. We do have a bunch of agriculture, so this is going to be nice. We can sway people, but not really. Okay. Fair enough. Trade union organizers is deactivated. Are they not happy with us? They're still in government. They're still powerful. We really need to keep the trade unionists around. They have a radical ideology person, which is the only way to get on multiculturalism, other than I think an anarchist also as well. And we can go for multiculturalism again. But you see that the Intelligentsia oppose it. We are taking the Intelligentsia out of government. We absolutely have to get this through. And so we're going to go with this. We're going to have to ditch a consumption tax as well. So SOL will climb. We get our war with Sukara. And the trade unionists are super happy with us now, so this stuff is reactivated. But it's mainly about just not having... let's take a look at our law. We are going to either advance or debate it, but we're not going to stall. Now, if the Intelligentsia was in government, we would get stall chance, so we don't want stall chance. This is the most important law for us. It's super, super critical, because if we take a look, let's sort by how many pops we have in place. Oh, look. Wait, what is this? Ah, discriminated, 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 discriminated. Wow, we have no pops that aren't discriminated. Oh no, wait, we can scroll. Discriminated, 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 discriminated. Irish in the Dutch East Indies. And then there's the Dutch. Okay. So we annex them. Let's just double check that we have all the PMs we want. Oh, we don't. Oh, I think we might have swapped stuff. Moluccas we intentionally swapped over right now. We are wanting to switch to iron frame buildings, generally speaking. I think we're researching mutual funds here. If we don't finish Open Hearth Process by the time we get that, we'll just want to finish that up. And then I think we want to go in on Civilizing Mission, maybe? Feminism would also be reasonable, but I think Civilizing Mission is a bit more important right now. Our problem is not that labor's super, super expensive, so feminism's like, meh, it's okay. We might even get an election pretty soon here. I think we have it up in 76. So this is going to be nice if we can get it. Is this against us? No, this is against Sokoto. They want to subjugate Sokoto. Naughty, naughty Great Britain. But Great Britain is busy with that, I suppose. So we're going to take a look at our infamy. 1.5, so we have a ton of infamy available. We'll take a save. And now it's very unlikely Great Britain joins against us now, because this is, well, it's less likely, not less unlikely. But we are going to try and dominion our former overlords here. And, of course, we just get this rather opaque statement, these countries might interfere. Meh. Really wish it was more detailed or there was some nuance. But there's not. Because diplomacy is booty. And we are trying to subjugate you. And we will probably also, like, ask for war reps. But we would rather they back down. So let's just put the war reps in. Because we're definitely, the war reps are definitely going to be in here. And hopefully no one joins. Fingers crossed. I think France will join. But if nobody joins, we're going to get in it. Yeah. So genial. They're genial. They see us as a desirable ally. But, you know, gotta join in the war against you. Now, there's a chance that France leaves them, so we're just going to keep on keeping on. We can try and sway. They want to conquer Bali, so it seems that they always like, the things that these great powers always seem to accept is the conquest of just some random, unrecognized power state. And so it seems to be the case that what you have to do is you have to... I think that the AI is... They value these things too highly, but for this reason we have to just, like, kind of go after, you know, annexing, like, our own guys. Let's just annex Bali. Instead, a little annoying, a little unfortunate. But let's just take a look at what Bali's got going on. Hey, that's decent. They have 10 barracks, though. Ooh, so they're actually got a decent military here. And once we annex them, maybe we'll try again for the Netherlands. We'll see what we can do. Yeah, we are expanding like military and stuff like this as well. We are going to be expanding construction as we switch over to steel frame buildings, especially once we get this open hearth process. We will swap over a lot of these. Austria sides with Bali. Come on, man. What is Austria being offered? Surely it is to door. You know, just the casual. The GPs, we're just like not quite strong enough to fight them. If they send any reasonable amount of troops, we won't be able to stop them. I don't think we have a strong enough navy. It's all a bit unfortunate. I think we might try and switch to steamships kind of relatively soon, like after all this, after these three. But what about us? Ooh, that is an uprising. Wowza. Looks like they're losing, but maybe we can annex Tidor. But overall, not sure exactly where the capital is here. Okay, there's the capital. So we'll put on that front. And try and get in on the capital, and then we'll land over here. So maybe once we can get a great power not sticking their finger in our pie. That'd be cool. That'd be neat. France sides with Tidor. Let's see what they want. It's gonna be Bali, I know it. Conquer Liberia. Yep. Alright. Your rivals with Great Britain, I get it. Your rivals with just Great Britain. We rival... And the thing is these guys are like genial and cooperative, and they're just like, yeah, I'll join every single play against you. And it's just... I don't know, I mean the AI is a lot more aggressive, but they're aggressive in a particular way that I find annoying, is they just join every play against you. I mean... You can, like, open Siam's market, or open these guys' market. That's a lot of infamy. We do need to open their market to do things. Take on their debt. If we wanted. We need more Diplo. Now, we don't have military access to Cochin, so let's just stop damaging relations. And let's pull Ecuador into the customs union instead. Mutual funds. We'll swap everything to publicly traded, which is going to make them make more money, especially when employment is not full, or in the rural areas where they're aristocratic owned. This will be better for the capitalists overall. Extensive military shipbuilding. Let's do it. forgot we could swap this. I don't think we want to yet. I think we want to swap over the construction centers first, and all these need to switch, which is going to greatly increase the investment pool transfer, which is a huge deal because this is paying for the whole shebang. Put all those on auto expand. And this is it doesn't really do anything if stuff's fully employed, and it's has no aristocrat owners in terms of the math, but very valuable in other situations. All right. There we go. Ecuador joins the customs union here. Now maybe we can annex these guys. No, Demogram. Let's annex Demogram if we can. Let's save first, considering how things have been going. And we do need a bit more convoys. Multiculturalism is starting to come on up. Venezuela we get an obligation from, so let's see if we can do any stuff. We can get them in the customs union. Hurrah! The customs union grows ever more. It's a very large customs union, which is kind of helping us out here. It will help us out a whole ton if we can get if we can finally... I like that this guy's having a bit of a come up. We really need to get a lucky roll here on multiculturalism in terms of the debate. Kind of tempted to stay on it even if we roll down to 0%. Just, we really need the guy to not die, and we need to try and get something going. We're making money. We kind of don't want to be doing that, so we're going to come in here and we're going to turn on the steel frame buildings. Which will encourage the production of both steel and glass, which is something that we want. Open hearth process is another one we are waiting on, which will just double the amount of steel we have, or it will greatly increase the amount of steel we have. And I think we're working on the arts academies here in East Java, so we will also turn on the steel frame construction there, which is going to be quite expensive on the investment pool. You notice now our investment pool transfer is huge relative to our national revenue just entirely, and so it's quite strong, although we will be transitioning away from this kind of in the near-ish future, but I'm glad we managed to get one war off. We're still going to check to see if we can do a Netherlands war after this. I'm guessing France will just continue to brick us, which is wild because Netherlands is in the Great British market, I believe. Yeah, they're in the British market, so that France is trying to do that. Positive outcome. We're up at 15%. This is fantastic. We are losing quite a bit of money, but we are pretty fine deficit spending. We don't like the subsidies. The subsidies are all on the railroads. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we have everything on using railroads. So we can't make the railroads more profitable, except if we make the motor industries more profitable. But this is... And why can't you employ? I mean, I guess we can switch to water tube boiler for you specifically, but that's a bit unfortunate that we are having difficulty employing this. We do have freedom of movement, so people can move around, but the problem is almost all of our pops are discriminated against. We'll put this on auto expand, I guess. Still, it's not gonna solve the problem. Got a lot of construction, and a lot of the stuff that would just be private construction, right? It's just overflowing, and we're constructing all of this simultaneously. And so it is 70. Laissez-faire does give 75% to private construction, but if you don't use it, it overflows to government anyways. So this is super whatever. Over half the construction is probably being used here. What we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we have 20, so that's roughly 400 construction, but minus 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess it's using roughly half, because it's also, it should be, this is around 400 minus 40, so it's around 360. It's using roughly half the construction, which is what you would have on interventionalism anyways, but we get a whole bunch of bonuses on top of it. And so, like, one of the big downsides of laissez-faire is, oh, you lose control of your construction queue. And it's like, well, not really. Also, if our construction queue was somehow managing to pay for 75%, you know, in terms of the construction goods, was paying for 75%, we'd be super cool with that, because we would have an absolutely enormous investment pool transfer. And so, yeah. Rant over, kind of. Not really. There's always more rants to have. Yeah, elected bureaucrats would be something we'd kind of be interested in. But right now, oh, the trade unions have more clout too. When did this, have they just been coming on up? Alright, we're going to take a pause. And we're going to try and dominion the Netherlands again. We're expecting France to join, and then we're going to whinge about it. And then after we whinge about it, we're going to look for a different war. So, make a dominion. Great Britain is likely to side against us, allegedly, but they are kind of a little bit busy with Sokoto. We will just put in war reps, just in case they want to back down. We'll give them a reason to back down. We'll be asking for war reps anyways. U.S. declares rivalry. This is kind of a little bit annoying. Let's see who their rivals are. If their rivals are people we want to be friends. They're rivaling... Oh, they're just rivaling us? Huh. Bit annoying. Not what we want. Great Britain, please don't. Please don't. France does. France leaves. Can we convince you with the humiliation of the Netherlands? France joins, France leaves. This is exciting, by the way. Spain. Can we fight Spain? I mean, if Spain doesn't commit a lot, and we maybe activate conscripts, maybe we could do this. We have a lot of unemployed here. We have a lot of peasants, so I think we can activate conscripts. It wouldn't be the biggest deal. At least in these three, we have a lot of... Well, let's actually just see how many peasants we have in a lot of these places. Yeah, we have... I mean, we have a lot of peasants. We can't swap any of these right now, but we could swap to skirmish and the other ones and mobilize everything and maybe get this done if it's just versus Spain, and this will be big for us. Definitely want all of these on, or we want to start switching to steel. We're just gonna activate these ones only, I think. We'll delete whatever barracks is that are confounding this. So the outer house then probably. Yeah. And then we'll also try and land Holland with our smaller guy. And we probably also need to increase the size of the military. Yeah, they're having trouble employing anyway, though. So we'll see how effective this is. This war might not be winnable. Can't really sway anyone here. Unfortunately. They are worried, though. Uncertain, worried. They just want to humiliate the Nether, or... Yeah, they want to conquer Bali. We can add Wargle on Spain. I think War Reps is kind of the only one we would really want from Spain, to be honest. Other than maybe taking this to get fronts into here, but I think we'll just go for War Reps only. Of course you can join the customs union. You guys should be getting to the front soon. And we might have to even reload depending on how things go. I think we're gonna try and land. Yeah, even with our guys here, it's a little bit of a yikesy. We might just set you to defend, though. And then look to land the Netherlands in the rear? Maybe. Let's see if we can recruit a general. Yeah, we have a little, that potential. We'll recruit you, and then we'll land with you, I think. With Mathis. And then one of these other guys that's a little bit better. We'll promote him. We'll promote you. So that Mathis doesn't quite have as much. Ugh. So, I mean, our PMs are still swapping over. Maybe we should just be on defense only here, actually. And just look to land. Looks like this battle's going to be over pretty quick. We started with half as many troops, though. I think we can look to face this on defense. Hopefully we get a nice roll on the multiculturalism. Partisan papers. Let's take a look at what the Liberal Party looks like. We'll take the paper bill throughput. We actually want the Agrarian Party to win, so... We have a revolution of brewing. 50. Agrarian Party crushes. And we get enactment chance. We're gonna get the fat enactment chance, but Batak. So we're gonna take a look here because this might actually nuke our radical. So this might be super. It does kill our radical, but the trade unions are huge. But this. It also gives us plus 20%, so we might load if we somehow break multiculturalism at this point. Because we are trying to... I think they don't even support it anymore, right? Now they just oppose it. Or now they're neutral. So we'll try and get that in. Oop, didn't mean to push. One moment, please. Alright, we are back, but we are going to have this episode be a little bit shorter. Yeah, we're getting pushed here. That's not ideal. Just have way less guys, way less boyos. At the start, which is unfortunate. Whoa, did we get waylaid? Looks like we might have gotten waylaid. No, why are your PMs so much better than ours? Why do you have way more offense? This is not ideal. Okay, so... maybe we just want to promote some of these guys. Because this naval invasion, I think, is going to get bricked here. We can tick negative. God damn it. Alright, considering I have to make this episode short, I think this is going to just... We're going to try again next time. I think we have a save we could load from. Back here a bit. We're just going to load. I guess I can come back in like a couple hours and finish this episode, but man... We're just like so close to being able to fight Spain there. Unfortunately, we couldn't. Those we've intentionally swapped, and this we didn't intentionally have different. So I guess we maybe just annex Congo here instead. Bleh. Did make a bit of an effort. I think we do want a significantly stronger military here, though. So we will put it in. But one of the problems is we're having trouble employing some stuff, so... Oh, they abandoned though. Alright. Let's come in. I think we can land the Congo here, even if Spain is against us. Who's gambling? Sure, why not? Don't think we'll put any war goals in on Spain. I don't think we're gonna try and land Spain. Maybe we do try and land them. No, I think we just white peace at the end of this. Now, what do we want? We'll let them reap the rewards, because we really want to get multiculturalism through. They want Bali. So we can tick them below 0 if we don't put any war goals in on them. Looks like Great Britain might cut us off down here, so we will establish a colony here. We just don't want to get cut off. And we'll establish a colony in IR. They want to go to the customs union again. I mean, I don't have any problem with, like, Spain. We're rivaling Spain. They're antagonistic. Them joining a bunch of plays against us, this makes total sense to me. And, like, I don't have a problem with it at all. You know? I guess we should have had a guy over here on this front. We're just going to try and land Congo and get through it. And we'll keep the other guys at home. Unfortunately, oh, they have to land our capital to do something against Bali, and I think this will be more than enough, this 29 battalions just sitting at home to prevent them from enforcing on us with Bali. We do want to kind of keep moving construction centers in the direction of steel frame buildings, so we'll do that. Which, of course, will encourage more steel and this sort of stuff. So, I think we take the old leadership because we want the guy who's the radical, especially now that the trade unions have so much power. So we'll keep him, and now we have a huge chance on multiculturalism. So we made a mistake earlier in terms of how we were doing it. Yeah, looks like we're gonna get cut off here. Oh, baby. We get a radical. I think this is because we are radical 1, so can we put them in? No, we can't. Or we could, but it would be way less legitimate. But this is great, because he's now happy with this law pass that we're doing. And we're making a ton of money somehow. But we will come back to this in just a moment. I am going to AFK for like 2 hours. But for you, it'll be 2 moments. So I'll see you then. Alright, and we are back. I was thinking about why we suddenly popped off. I think it's because we are now getting the huge trade unionist bonus of doubling the solidarity and doubling industrial organizers that is driving this. As well as still getting the industrialist bonuses. So, in really good shape here. I think we're just getting the industrialist bonuses because they switched to radical. So I think that, you know, this number is absolutely huge. Yeah, there's the bump right there. And also just everything's getting a lot more... Yep. This all makes sense. This all tracks. And so we do get a front here, so we're probably going to enforce on them, and then we're just going to try and defend against Spain. We will just let Spain take this. We won't try and fight for that. We'll let them take it, and then we'll just defend the home territory. I don't think they'll be able to get a landing off. We will patrol the coast in Bali rather than escorting the convoys because they need to land it. We should be able to enforce on these guys and then white peace out. Spain, hopefully, will be turning on some more construction now that we're making so much money. I think we'll turn it on here. The steel frame buildings. I don't think this is enough to cause shortages. I wish you could see how much you have in your market, but we'll swap over to steel frame. Yep, it's not causing shortages. And we have the money, kind of. Not as much anymore. Also, what we can do is, since we're floating nearly 100 here, we can do increase taxes, put in a tax on porcelain, and then decrease. And now it's just -8, which is fine. Afghanistan sides with Great Britain against Prussia. What a time to be alive. But if UK is fighting Prussia, maybe we can do something against the Netherlands. I mean, we could land the Netherlands. I think. Let's see what we're doing here. Okay, I think what we do is we maybe go ironclad gantry cranes. I mean, we're having convoy problems anyways. And we get multiculturalism. And the new Colossus event chain finishes as well. We get open arms. Come one, come all. 25% migration attraction permanently. This is so broken. We're going to take a little screen of that. But the open arms event chain is like... I don't know. It's something else, man. It is, we're also screen grabbing that. It's also super overtuned. And now, let's take a look at our accepted cultures. Hey, it's everybody. They will all start changing to Dutch because we have, what is it? Not compulsory primary schools. We gotta get rid of this now, though. Sad days. And we might want to do one of these. It's gonna cost us a bit. We'll stay off of it for now. But now, everyone's accepted, so we should have a huge increase. As the standard of living just shoots up for most people, we should have a huge increase in loyalists. We annexed the Congo as well. Let's swap over their PMs. So, we'll do that. And then, we just want this guy to stand down. You can leave. We're just letting you take that. And we'll just try and white peace out these guys once they're ready to make peace. Or maybe we land their capital. I don't think that's the way. I think the way is, if we just defend this, I don't think they're getting in on us. Russia wants a trade agreement. I think we say no. We're pushing 1K construction here too. Cuba wants a defensive pact. Persia wants a defensive pact as well. We have a customs union. We're just trying to protect her with them. They're defending the borders. Maybe we stop bankrolling them here. So that is a little bit of an expensive bankroll. Also, it takes our Diplo up. It's mainly that it costs money. We can absolve here and make them friendly. And then we will be able to protectorate once we get up and running. We now have a ton. We're building a ton here, and we're still floating extra money, so we're going to switch to steel frame buildings here. And we finished the ethical policy because our SOL just absolutely cranks up now that everyone's accepted and stuff is going. We're just going to take a quick little screen grab of this too. I've never seen this event chain. This is, I believe, unique to Dutch East Indies. And we get migration attraction for years, or loyalists from SOL increases. I think the SOL will handle itself, or the loyalists. So we're going to take the migration attraction. Which we should also, our pops should also just start exploding now that we are allowing all the migrants, especially because China's in our market, so all the Chinese pops can come and join us. Yeah. Qing power projection compared to ours, minus 1k. That's nuts. They will not allow us to become their protector. Yeah, but look at that. It's like straight vertical, which is going to, yeah, the loyalists are cranking up, the radicals are cranking down. Everyone's accepted. Everybody. We're making money. We're up in construction. Oh, this all feels so good. Now, the cost of a lot of this is increased, but now you notice this place, this is our go-to, or it has been our go-to. It's employing, and it's going to have difficulty getting, laborers to swap, because the laborers can swap. We also have a ton of education, so maybe now we can start switching on the labor-saving PMs, and they will be profitable. Perfect. We'll hold off on that one for now. Did we get? Okay, no, we did not. We'll switch on water tube boiler there. We do eventually want to get to covered markets, but not quite yet. Maybe we can turn them on in West Java. No, East Java? Kinda not really. North Sumatra? Sure. We'll swap on a few. This, of course, increases the demand for both steel and glass. Don't think they're ever landing us, so just let us know when you want white peace, my friend. We're not going to capitulate, because then we would give up Bali, obviously, so booming industries are booming. I think we're going to up the, we have a ton of mines, so we're going to up those. And we have stuff. We have a semi-empty queue. So what we will do is we will push the economy scale throughput bonus. We see how profitable these chem plants are. We're just going to come in here and bring it up to 29. Now we're using all of our construction. We are deficit spending, but this is fine. Pretty okay. Do you want to, is this a white piece, my friend? Yeah, we do accept. We're okay with a white piece, my friend. We can all be friends now. And let's see if we have an isolated region. So we'll do that to handle that, and we will add government administration. We'll actually add a few. So nice. Now we can also start pushing other things. So we could go for proportional taxation. This will make the industrialists big sad. The trade unions are already happy, and this would generate a ton more revenue though. But this revenue would come at the expense of our temporary transfer. I think this is going to be worth it, but we're just going to take a quick look if there's anything else we want to go after first, and there is. We definitely want to go after these first. We're just going to do restricted child labor, and we're going to look to slowly roll it in. We don't want to make the industrialists mad at us. We might even try and pass some laws they might like, just to try and smooth things over a little bit, as it were. Maybe we can save and go after the Netherlands now. It's 20 infamy, 20.4. Let's save and see if we can get this war in. It'll be a big episode if we can. It's already a bit of a big episode, just getting just like this enormous pop-off on SOL from this stuff. Alright, let's try and Dominion you. Well, Great Britain's likely to join. I don't think we want to try and do that. We're going to start bankrolling Belgium, though, and try and get them into customs union and try and give them the slow integration. And maybe we should be doing this with the Netherlands. I think that they do not like the fact that they want, yeah, cold relations. There's a lot of negative stuff we got going on here. We finish a colony. Let's make sure we are colonizing everywhere we want. We kind of are. Except let's colonize here so we can get a little bit more of a push. It looks like... Well, actually, let's colonize in a way that maybe we can cut these guys off. Because I think this will curve around this way. And we will not start there, so we will... Yeah, we're going to come in either like here or here. We would love to cut everyone off. We're about to finish a tech. And then we'll actually have a little bit of a think whether we or not we want to get strong navy. I mean, we want a strong navy, but obviously there's other considerations to be had. Kind of don't like this. We could stop encouraging manufacturing, but that's a big part of our economy there. France is fighting them. That front will probably close off for us then. And now we got to think about what we want to do. I mean, I think if we were having trouble getting a landing off, I think we do want to go ironclads, and there's other reasons for doing this, but then this will kind of push us a little bit towards maybe getting breach loading artillery, and maybe we need this sort of thing to be able to fight the Netherlands, and then we can try and land the Netherlands ourselves. Man, oh man, the migration must be super nice right now. The attraction's super high, so people should be coming in. There's a lot of UA, I believe, people here. A lot of Javans too, but those people are from China. The UA. We will put some more Navy in the back of the queue here. And these places are starting to employ just fine. Ooh, we can fix up the PMs a little bit, so we'll do that. Part of the purse, I think, makes them recruit faster, so this will be nice. We're going to start swapping more railways over to steel pretty soon here. I guess we want to swap over all of our... No, we're going to swap... We can't really afford a little bit more construction, so we're going to swap over some of these to steel. Looks like most of the biggest places are on steel anyways, so maybe we can afford a bit of a big swap. We're just going to do it to... save our sanity. Hopefully this doesn't cause a shortage of steel. We get field hospitals, so we will swap to that. We don't want to float negative bureaucracy. We'll just take the malice. We don't absolutely need more stuff anyways. We do want to do more of this though. And we'll put at the end of the queue, since we well, we're going to need more taxes in some of these places that are going to attract a lot of migrants. So that's 30, 40, 51. Okay. Because this place will attract a lot of migration. If we look at the migration attraction, we should be really caked up on that now. Yeah, we are. Looking good in that front. I mean, okay, we gotta declare a high infamy war, or relatively high infamy war. Can we annex you guys yet? We can. We'll face Colombia and Ecuador. Let's take a bit of a save, because we wanted to fight Netherlands, but it looks like the British will defend them. Right? Yes. So, but maybe we can annex these guys, which will be a nice annex. Who can we maybe sway? Ecuador. Oh, do we have an obligation with Ecuador? I think we do. So we'll try and sway Ecuador with the obligation. Just so we maintain a good relationship with them, more so than anything else. Oh, we can't use it. Interesting. But Ecuador just abandons them. They want no part of that. I don't blame them, to be honest. Spain sides with Colombia, but I think that we're fine fighting Spain again. Let's make sure that we have the type of generals we want. We got to delete one of the barracks in the Congo specifically. But I think we want to start having a bit of a come up on the military as well, so we're going to do this. So we'll be going to 100 battalions here. And we'll land someone in here. We won't put any war goals on them. They want Bali again. Can we sway anyone? No. But if they're asking for Bali, no one else can ask for Bali, you know what I mean? We will try and swap more of these over. Which now, yeah, we got a convoy problem. So we will come in and build a couple of ports here. We do recognize, though, that we are researching gantry cranes, and we will be getting more convoys from that and stuff. But we actually really need the convoys, because this is before our units are even trying to land, so we will actually come in here. Where do we have? I think here's building our shipyards. And then just add several more. I think this will be enough, especially once we swap over. Alright, looks like we got a decent thing. We maybe should have put in more stuff, but I think just annexing is fine. We will come in on Panama and then come in the other spots, both with the 20 stacks, I'm thinking. Is kind of the way we want to go. So we'll come in, we'll just use either of the 20 stacks, I don't think it matters too much. And then we'll land with the other 20 stack. We will leave the 40 stack at home. We'll promote this boyo, I guess. Too much. Oh, no, that's fine. Fine to have that guy landing. I think we want to maintain 20% clout on both these guys. They're pretty even Stevens, so we will use the trade unionists. Already the radicals are shooting down, loyalists are shooting up. We're starting to get more bonuses in on these guys. And we get a tick, disease among the wounded. And we get a bad tick here, so we'll just come off of it. Which I think, yeah, we will get some bonuses back. I don't think there's any laws we could pass that the trade unionists would like, unfortunately. Oh, well, they would like protected speech. And tech spreads are not too bad for us. And then we would get a bonus. We get vacuum canning. We get our landing off. We'll land with the 16 stack here now. Modern nursing, you're telling me. Increased recovery rate, cool. Starting to get mass migrations now. That's our first one, I think. And the convoys are about to get sorted out with these that we are recruiting. We're going to be losing money, but we want a deficit spend anyways. We are going to need more government administrations. We're going to see if we have insufficient tax capacity anywhere. We do in Central Java. We will fix that. Peasant revolt from Jambi. Okay, well, we can solve that in our own time. It's not going to be a tremendously big one for us, but we'll put that in. The Spanish have come on over. We do want to leave a guy at home to help with us getting landed on, so I think unfortunately we can't really. We're just gonna probably start defending here. Can we enforce? No, because we have to get in on the capital specifically. So maybe we promote this boyo or promote this boyo or something. I think we're in on the capital actually now. Yep, so we can enforce as long as we maintain this guy here. So maybe we should have landed here to begin with, but whatever. We can increase construction a little bit more here. So we're going to do that. Really wish... Well, this guy at home, they're not going to be able to push into. And so I think we can maybe handle this and then come back. Something like this. We don't care if they push us here. This is the front that matters. Again, keeping the guy at home so we can't get landed. We do kind of care about this Bali thing a lot. We might even patrol the coast here in Bali. We don't want to randomly get wrecked. And we're enforcing on them pretty quick here. We're getting -7 ticks on them, although we're getting kind of a lot of ticks on ourselves. So actually on this guy, next time, he's got shell shock. This is new. That's neat. We're going to send him to defending the front now. You can just defend, my guy. This one, the push one's much more important. But that, I think, we will force on... I think we've got almost everything on steel frame buildings. Since this guy's right here, I think we might as well just push them through and then just kind of return, stand down, defend at home. Yikes. So it looks like they have assigned almost all their boyos here, though. We will promote him. Hopefully we get to enforce on them, but we have to be concerned about getting enforced on afterwards. Oh, we can't be... They can't really reduce us below 0. So that's good. I wonder if Spain can reduce us below 0. We can reduce Spain below 0 because we have no war goals on them, which is part of why we didn't assign any war goals on them. How's our pop doing? I'm guessing it's, yeah, it's coming up at a really nice clip here, which is helping to make everything profitable. We will finish, all the construction centers are swapped over, we're making money still. We are getting a huge amount here still through our transfer. So this is quite nice. And we are having quite a bit of a come up on the military as well. Gonna do some of that and some of that. Ooh, okay, we might end up losing Bali here. Can you... Ah, we can't. We gotta re-land or something here. So... I'm gonna re-land with this boy. And we're gonna send this guy home, I think. And just let them have this front. Now, why are they able to enforce us below 0? I don't know why they... Did they even land the capital, did they? Yeah, they didn't land the capital. Why are they able to do this on us? Alright, well this guy needs to push now because there's no one on this front. And this guy needs to defend. Come on, just get in there. Get in there. Just gotta win this battle real quick. How are we gonna promote him? Well, we are enforcing. So I think we're gonna annex Colombia. And we might have to give up Bali. Hopefully not, but maybe. I'm gonna try and land Spain, because I think they're fully committed out here. We do not accept this, but do you have to... It is wild to me that they can get enforcement on us and a ticking on this without needing to occupy anything of ours. This seems really dumb. We're gonna try and get a white piece, but I just don't understand it, because... This is stupid. That they are able to do this. I mean, we're gonna come back and conquer whatever. Like, it's so asinine, man. Because they're nowhere near taking this thing, because Bali is, are you Dominion of us? So they're not involved in the play? No, they're a puppet. And so the thing is they're just gonna get this. I don't know, pretty frustrating. Like, from a game mechanic perspective, I just don't understand why it's the case that they should be able to take Bali when they can't. They have taken literally none of our territory. And they can get a ticking enforcement, but we can't. Oh, unless we can accept a white piece? We accept a white piece, okay. That's wild that they had that ticking, but we will now incorporate all this as fast as we can, so we will need quite a bit more tax capacity. We'll build it up here. Just to clarify why we're building here, it's for the economies of scale throughput bonus. Because nowhere else has insufficient tax capacity. And then we'll just build a bunch of construction centers throughout here as well. There might be a little bit of turmoil. This is not the end of the world. We'll work to incorporate these after we finish this. Construction centers finish really quick anyways, so it'll give us a lot of employment, which will help things out. I think we'll take the prestige. We'll come back on to the speed. Yeah, look at this GDP absolute unit of a climb up. Let's just take a look. Ooh, we do want to swap over PMs, so let's take a look here. So we swap all those over. Yeah, these are actually taking forever because of the turmoil, so we're just going to kick them to the bottom of the queue. We'll just handle the other stuff first. We'll incorporate here. I think that since we are annexing stuff, we maybe want to increase police. Oh, we don't even have police at this point. Let's get some police force. So what do we need to do to get in here? Let's get the armed forces in here. Welcome, armed forces. Makes us less legitimate, but I do kind of want to roll up on the dedicated police force now. And start incorporating some business. It's 5-year incorporations, which is nice. A bunch of these government admins are about to finish. We'll finish incorporating the rest of it, and we'll feel good about it. Let's check all of our bankrolls, too. Interaction. Let's protectorate you. Let's just check our infamy. Make sure it's not going to kick us over 25. It's not. We'll use the obligation. Thank you, Venezuela. We'll start damaging relations because we want to puppet them later. And we can do the same to Ecuador. So let's do it. Ecuador is locked in as well. We could do it to Bukhara as well. Let's just make sure we're not going to go over 25. We're not. I think this is only 3.5, otherwise we wouldn't do it. We don't have Afghanistan as a protectorate yet, so we won't damage relations with Bukhara. We'll look to incorporate everything now. Ooh, this is 20 years, but it's also really cheap incorporation. I think we can just sink it in now. Maybe we don't build the construction centers here, though. Working on no police. Now, glad we were able to maintain our hold on Bali. Can we just annex you? 4 infamy. That's quite a lot, but they're big boyos. Let's maybe not do that quite yet. I think we will call this an episode here. We have had an absolutely huge come up in passing multiculturalism, which is kind of one of the most important features of this run in particular, because we started out approving almost nobody, and now we're approving a lot of people. They have a chance to do a secession movement. Interesting. But now We are accepting everyone. You take a look at stars all around, multiculturalism. Hell yeah, brother, let's go. And so this will be really nice, or this is really nice. You notice the standard of living shoots up. We are now attracting tons of migrants. This is about when we got multiculturalism, so it's a much higher angle. This is when we annexed. So our population is going to kind of crank up quite a bit, which is going to make the labor cheaper, which makes all our buildings more profitable. We're making tons of money. Look at this investment pool transfer. It is huge because the businesses are just insanely profitable. Again, laissez-faire, still really, really strong. When you're not using all 75 of the construction, which we're currently not, because we have so much construction available, the rest of it just overflows to government construction anyways. So we have roughly control of 50% of the queue here with the government construction. A lot of it's just auto building anyways. We're in particular trying to get you know, economies of scale throughput bonuses on a lot of these places, so we're just like increasing them and trying to 51 places as we see necessary. Hopefully we get some migration here in a bit. They have really high attraction, but this sorts of stuff. And so, yep, we managed to get multiculturalism. And so, in order to conclude the run, we do want to move the capital back to Holland, I think. Now, the best place for the capital would actually probably be either in here or annexing Argentina and putting it in Buenos Aires, because Buenos Aires has a ton of arable land. And this is probably the best place for the capital. We will be able to move it there, like, once it becomes primary culture, this sort of thing. But for theme and for the lulz, I really like the idea of puppeting Netherlands and then moving our capital there. So this is what we're going to try and do. Hope you enjoyed. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and have a good one. Oop. Gotta click Control Escape to come over here. Also, if you have been sitting for an extended period of time, consider just getting up and walking around. Maybe just do 10 bodyweight squats, something like this. Just get your heart rate up a little. Anyways, have a good one.